Alright, good people of the internet, good morning. I do apologize for the noise, but it's roadworks and it's gonna be on all day, so not much we can do about it. I'm doing this video quickly on the phone because no point using GoPro as I cannot edit the videos at the moment. I got loads of footage, loads, but again, can't edit it because my laptop is, not in a good condition yet, and I don't have a time to fix it because I'm really busy. Flying out, to be honest, nearly every day, 10, 12 hours a day. Now, as for the van, why I'm showing you the van? This is the medium wheelbase, low roof crafter, which I was hunting for one and I found it. Actually not in great condition, not even the worst ones. Actually mechanically it's spot on, it's just outside is a bit knackered. But yeah, that's all to be sorted with the body shop. However, as soon as I get home, there was something wrong, and a couple of days after, we find out that the engine was knackered. Well, the engine itself actually is good, but one of the injectors was pissing inside the head, so it was filling up the engine with the diesel. The engine itself is actually very, very good. But, however, when I found out, that was a moment of, oh no, what I'm gonna do? The engine is knackered. So, I'll show you what I did, because that's what I usually do. If there's a problem with the engine, I sort it out properly. So we fitted a Mercedes engine. As you know, Volkswagen Crafter is actually a Sprinter with a better body because they rust less. I know this looks like original, original intake and air filter, even the sensors here, original ones. But yes, this is our om605 engine with IHI turbo, you can see it there. I love these turbos. This is the turbo I had on my 606 and it was absolutely spot on. And on 605, actually, I think it works even better because it's even less restrictive on the exhaust side. So why I love it? Because, well, once you set the pump properly, okay, the fuel pump, and the turbo properly, through a manual boost controller for the VNT turbos, what I have, is positive boost at about 1200 RPMs. I can drive this in fifth at 1200 RPMs, put my foot down, and it just pulls. It's not fast at that RPMs, but it just pulls. Obviously, it's healthier for the engine if the boost arrives a little bit later, better on the conrods and all that stuff, but I'm not looking for the high performance on this. However, the pump is 8mm. The turbo is good for at least 300 brakes, so I think this is what he's making now, about 300 brakes. I cannot put all the power down because I have a standard single mass clutch for the Sprinter because I'm using Sprinter 6-speed manual gearbox. The clutch is new, so he's getting better. It's slipping slightly less and less every day. But you have to be careful. If you slip it too much, you're gonna burn it. Well, I'm gonna burn it. So, however, that being said, the extra power on this van is just a bonus. I'm not after the power, I'm after reliability. And the thing that, yes, we still have the issue here because I want the standard clocks to work. You can see it there, but you see the plug is disconnected. There's nothing on this engine electrically controlled, apart obviously the glow plugs. This is indirect injection, so these engines, they need the glow plugs to actually start. The common rare engines, direct injection, doesn't actually need it, like 1.9s and 57 engines, these doesn't need it. If you eventually start without the glow plugs, probably. I never tried it, I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I never did, so it doesn't bother me. However, this is the only thing that you need to control this engine. There's two cables here, this is red one and black one. Black one is the throttle, the red one is an emergency stop for the mechanical pump in case something goes wrong and it goes high RPMs or the throttle cable stuck or whatever happens. You pull the lever inside the car and the engine stops, emergency stop. Then this big one here is the vacuum for your brake servo, and then you have the vacuums for the VNT manual control for the turbo. Then we have a boost for that one and also the gauge, and then we have a boost for the fuel compensator on the pump, and then we have another vacuum that goes down and back here for stopping the engine because the stop valve on these pumps is actually vacuum operated. So this is literally all you need to control the engine. If it has fuel, it runs. Now if something goes wrong with the fuel pump or whatever, or I don't know, I'm making stuff up, you can literally put the fuel lines inside this jerry can. This is a 10 liter jerry can for my night heater, and run on that. Actually, this is the one I used when I first started this engine, just to make sure everything is fine. So yeah, everything looks pretty much original, standard. So this is exactly what you see when you open the bonnet of one of these cars with standard engines in. The engine in standard position, gearbox in a standard position, even the prop shaft is standard. Yes, I had to modify the exhaust, but I'm gonna have to put a cat and then DPF sort of, because I want everything proper. Now, believe it or not, I even have a standard exhaust on this. I know, it's a bit of shame, because this engine actually sounds, I would say, better than 606, but I'm gonna raise a lot of argument. And I was an idea that the 606 is a big daddy of OM engines, and I was staying away from the 605s. But that being said, now as I have one, I do understand why people loving so much the sound of the 5-cylinder engines, because this sounds angry. It sounds angrier than a 606, believe me or not. I really enjoy it, really like it. But the problem is, with the open 3-inch pipe, it sounded good, it sounded obviously all aggressive, all that stuff, but for the use we're gonna do with the van, it's not good. Maybe I'm getting old, whatever, I just want to stay comfortable. Standard exhaust, you can't hear nothing. There's a very slight difference in engine working noise. This is slightly, obviously, noisier mechanically than the original 2-liter common rail engine. Apart that, nothing. You will barely notice anything, you know. Well, apart obviously 3 times the power. And that's it. It's very simple. Standard intercooler. No, it's talking shit. The intercooler is much bigger. It's here. If you can see it, well, obviously brand new radiator with a fan, external fan. I'm not using visco. I don't like viscos. We have boost pipes. Oh, no, you can't see the boost pipes. Well, obviously then we have boost pipes. Otherwise, we don't have any boosts. So, but yeah, everything fits like surprisingly well. It's like I had to do a very little work. It took me a week to do the whole conversion. So pretty much, instead of fixing the older engine and expecting and waiting for new problems, fix the problem at the root. So I'll scrap engine out. We're gonna sell it, engine and gearbox, which for now I'm gonna use it as a mock-up. Because again, the engine itself is actually very good. We tested, it's actually very good condition. It's just one of the injectors. Hold on. There you go, we had some videos. So, what I was saying, I can't remember. However, yeah, it's done. It's very nice to drive, very enjoyable. For everyone who says the 606 engine, 605s, you know, it's a bit laggy, you have to choose the right turbo, blah blah. Yes, if you choose the right turbo, VNT turbo, in my opinion, is the best one. These fuckers, honestly, I'm not shitting you, they drive as good and as smooth as the common rail engines. Between M57 and this one, there is very little difference. There's a bit of jerkiness in 4th gear because it's manual pump. I don't have anti-jerk system that DPUK develops and all the stuff, because 605s, they don't really jerk that much. And as a matter of fact, only in 4th I can feel slight jerkiness, but it all depends how you put your foot down, so it really doesn't bother me. The rest of the van, we got a lift kit, 2.5 inch. I make them complete lift kit. I have a PCD adapters made for me for this, specific for these PCDs, and I can use all the Japanese fitment, so Nissan Patrol, Toyota Hilux and all that stuff, wheels, because on the Crafter and Sprinter 6x130, not big choice, unless you go in aluminium ones, and then even then you have a limited choice of different offsets. Once you go steels, these options are endless. So yes, this, for example, these are the wheels I'm gonna use. These are 32, well, almost 33 inch tires. I'm using this for the road setup and the first initial setup, which is supposed to be just, you know, a lift kit and the big tires. They do go out a little bit, so these universal fenders, they actually cover them. Yes, you have to do something about the sliding door. This is what I did. There you go. It has to go out, so it clears the back wheel, and that's what you have to do. And the door opens at 3/4, which what you want anyway when you do the campers. So there's plenty of space to open the door. And yeah, that's it really. I have the van, so I'm very happy with that. I have a substitute for my Vivaro, which I sold. I don't know if I said or not. So I need something like this. And he said, well, okay, but it's only rear-wheel drive. Are you gonna stay rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive? No, I want to stay. I want to go four-wheel drive. Obviously, that was the plan from the beginning. I didn't know when, but I don't know if you can see it behind there. But that's already. There's already a lot of stuff going on. I've spent a lot of time already with my brother, drawing and designing and developing a different subframe, integrated front drive, and then transfer case. So yes, the four-wheel drive system is under development. It is going to be tough, like proper stuff. Center lock, rear lock, front locker is going to be proper. As you know, the Sprinters and the Crafters four-wheel drive system is not that real four-wheel drive. Yes, they have higher low gears, but only about 30% front. It's no log. It's not great. Even the Mercedes says their four-wheel drive system is good for use for extreme conditions, road use. So it shouldn't be used off-road. People use it, but again, yes, you can, but it's, you know what I mean. This is probably four-wheel drive. You have center lock, rear lock, front lock, proper split 50-50, and it's strong. And it doesn't cost, the parts don't cost you obviously as much as a normal Sprinter four-wheel drive, and it's much better. So now we're gonna develop that stuff, and pretty soon I think. Now the most important part, as the van is gone, now we're gonna sell the 14. This workshop is gonna be empty soon, almost empty, because once I sold the Silvia, my MR2 is going out the workshop. Just needs changing tires. She's there just because she was parked there, and that's it. Going back on the road. I'm gonna actually use it because I enjoy them. I'm gonna build that one up, probably 1.8, and I'm gonna maybe sell it, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Because also I have a Frog, the blue one, which is outside. So I'm not sure I'm gonna do with that one. However, it's gonna be out. Steve Sky is gonna be out the door probably this week because it actually starts yesterday. He's coming down today to. We're running probably outside, test it a little bit, and then obviously has to go for the mapping. However, this is going. That one is in a workshop anyway. All we have left here is the Silvia, and we got plenty of space for the business. Finally, this is exactly what I was waiting for. I did tidy up a lot, and there's a lot to do yet. Once all these cars are gone, and we're back with the MR2 business. Now, for all the people that are waiting for the MR2 kit, I know, and I apologize, I'm really trying. I'm flat out. I've been, for the last week, 2 weeks, I've been working every day, 10, 12 hours a week. I'm breaking my back, trust me. We have a couple of kits already, assembled and ready to be welded. More stuff is coming down. I did tidy up here to make, obviously, everything better. There's another guy, he was from Poland. That's his wiring loom, both wiring looms, and I still haven't to get out of the box. I really didn't have the time, but I promise, end of this week or next week, that's gonna get out, and we're gonna try to make this wiring loom and assemble the whole kit for him. There was another guy from New Zealand, I think, and one from America. Yes, this between this and next week, you kids are gonna be ready, all the engine mounts and all the stuff. And I'm waiting for my draft shaft to, obviously, the machining shop to come back with the prices and everything. That's been a bit of a pain in the ass, but I think we found someone reliable to actually make them. But again, a little bit more patience. I know you've been patient already. Just a bit more, and everything is going to be nice and smooth from a few weeks' time, and everything is going to be just go out the door much quicker and sooner and easier to order and send them out. So yeah, this is it, and loads of progress, loads of progress. And then we're gonna tell you the story with Steve about the MR2 with my engine, which I've sold the whole setup for the customer, and the mapping and yeah, it's a bit of a funny story, but we're gonna do it with Steve in a bit because yeah, I was stupid and funny as well. All right, I see you. Well, soon I guess. I can't wait till when this is gonna be forward drive. She's now on 2.5-inch lift on 33-inch tires, nearly 33, 32 and a half. Now imagine this thing on 6-inch lift and 35-inch tires, full size, wider than this. Forward drive, proper forward drive. This is gonna be good. And we having another one to make, which is a Sprinter, long wheelbase, same conversion, because that's the beauty. My forward drive conversion suits all of them: short wheelbase, long wheelbase, medium wheelbase of mine, you know, all of that stuff. From 2006 till today, even the newest Sprinters, same chassis, same subframe. So, and my forward drive system works the way that you keep your original gearbox. So no matter what engine and gearbox you have in your van, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. We just add in the whole forward drive system. This is brilliant. It's difficult. It's not easy. I've been working on this. This is second month I'm working on this hard. It's not easy, but once it's done, this is gonna be brilliant. And this is the dummy. This is the development car. All right. I will see you very soon, I guess.